Where is he? There you are. Got anything good? Nope. Crime in town. That's a new one. Thought I killed more than that. What did I get? Tombstone Soulbound. Oh, different. Wow. Okay. What are we doing? I've got a fusion reactor. Look at that. Been running for a while. Filling this, that's full. These continue to use power? It's nothing unusual. Yeah, I don't know if anybody those are still using power or not. Doesn't seem like it, because this would be higher, even though it's hard to read right now, but I think it would be noticeably higher, because that sucks a lot of power. Actually, here's an easy way to find out. So that's filling back up. And still can't tell. Oop. Here, we are a terabyte of Fe. Oh, that was me. That was me hitting the ground, not a creeper. I got my shoes on though. My kitty slippers on though. Okay. Oh, I went over this before, but doing something a little different. My impromptu fishing hole. So, to power the fuel fusion reactor, you need deuterium and tritium. With the fusion reactor, and even really fission reactor up, should be using quantum entangled porters for pretty much everything. Maybe not your steam and your water, because there is that calculation that these things do with multiplying your steam and water. I maybe do steam and water with pipes, but for all your fuels and everything else, especially power output, this is my power output over to the fusion, over to the induction matrix. A little graphic there. As you can see there, deuterium and tritium, we need lots of it. I've got tank here, I got about 30 million, 31 million, 27 million. Tritium's a little slower because it uses your thermal evaporation plants. I got one here making brine, over here pumping out lithium. We're taking the liquid lithium, switching over to lithium at a rotary condensator, into a chemical crystallizer. Actually, sorry, no, we're not using that. Bypassing that, that's what I use to make the lithium crystals for the induction matrix. Bypassing that over to the neutron activator, which is pumping out tritium. As you can see there. So, as you can see there, thermal evaporation plant to brine, then over to the second thermal evaporation plant for liquid lithium, rotary condensator to lithium through the solar neutron activator, and then you've got your tritium. And that is half the battle. After that, come down here, and we've got an electrical separator and some water pumps from a permanent water source. Fortunately, you have to use the filter upgrade in these to get it to pump heavy water. You can't use an infinite water source. It's got to be mechanism water electric pumps with infinite water source there. As you can see there, big deuterium. Deuterium. Fluid pump plus the fluid upgrades gets you heavier water. You pump that in the electric separator. Either use the oxygen for something else or dump it. But always keep it dumping so you don't stop making deuterium. And then you just crank that out. Crank it out like crazy. Let that run and just let it go. As you can see in these are all maxed out. 8 speed, 8 energy. Same thing up there because you just want as much of this as possible. And all that's because you want the power to make the SPS. To store all this power, you're going to want an induction matrix. This thing is way overkill. I mean, that's 19.2 tera FE. And I could make this thing into, if it hundreds more in there. Some loud music. This has been running for a while now. You'll want multiple lasers, using quantum entangle porters to a laser to fill that up, because it is 2 gigabytes of FE and it takes a while to load. I really want to get this thing started, just leave it. Those will kill you. Don't fly through there. I do use a lever to trigger that. I mean, do you really need a liquid to feel it? No. The normal power out of it's pretty much enough. I'm only doing an injection rate of 16. I can max this out at 100, but it's just don't even need it. I'm getting, without the water being included, I'm getting 2.56. I'm getting 1.4 million millibuckets. It's being pumped over there. That's actually getting a lot more power from here. 5.65 ME FE. We're total about 7, and like I said, it's only about 15% power too. I am using a quantum entangle port to put the power into the induction matrix. We're in from a sink and steam back out. I'm actually using the same water source that I use for the fission reactor. That's that little sink right there. I just got the line run underneath. And it gets returned from back up here. And then this little T here goes down, goes over to the fission reactor. You'll notice if you want to do water in this when you first set it up, you're not going to see anything. What you do is go in here, go to fuel, and you edit this rate. You don't even have to have it on, but if you change, like the default rate when you first build it's 2, change this rate to like 10, and it'll suddenly fill up with water. It's been a bug for a while. I think it's been a bug for years. I'm not even sure if it's got to be a bug. I mean, that wouldn't be as intended. But I think it's such a minor bug, and I think it's never been fixed. Definitely never been fixed, because I had to do it yesterday to get this thing to show up with water. That's it. So it really doesn't affect the functionality of it all. It seems like instantly filled with water as soon as you change the rate. But if you do start it at 2, I don't know if it fills up with water. Huh. I actually never tried that. If you start it up with an injection rate of 2, will it fill with water? I don't know. I know as soon as you change that to 4, even with it off, it fills right up. So if you're worried about it, just change that rate. You can always change it right back, but it will fill up then. Yeah, that's basically it as far as a fusion reactor goes. A storm. I always recommend making this before the SBS because you're going to need this power. This makes good power. This makes great power. I know you still need to run this to get the radiation, to get the plutonium, polonium, your other stuff. But no, it is definitely the best. Turn it on and forget about it. Power source in the game. I'm running this plus that. That's a max. That's a max turbine. That's a 17 by 17 by 18. But max turbine with that is producing 7 even. Actually 6.95 because I do have a couple of the big power solar panels up on the roof there, and they're providing probably 120k. I think I got 3 of them, 2 of the 50s and 1 of the 20s. But yeah, if you're not going to use all that power, I don't even know what you would use it for, other than make an antimatter. But it's fun to have. That's the fun of these mod packs, and make big stuff. Ooh. I hate Ender. Enderon. They're all over the place. Here, one. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.